Mike Tomlin you're dealing with. You're dealing with T.J. Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Cam Hayward had something to say. He's the Steeler defensive lineman on the Not Just Football podcast on what would your recruiting pitch be to Aaron Rodgers to join the Steelers?
I ain't doing that darkness retreat. I don't need any of that crap. Like, either you want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or you don't. That's simple. That's the pitch.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. You're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't lower yourself. Oh, Aaron, could you please come here?
The Dan Patrick Show.
Heard weeknights at 6 on FM 105.9 and AM 1340 KROS.
16 minutes past 9 a.m. Paul sitting in for Gary as we have a very special guest in the studio. We have the group Harlem Hayfield. And hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Got the whole group of them in here.
Yeah.
They're going to be performing tonight at The View. Yeah. And it's my understanding, first we'll bring in Mikey, is it Shoneman?
Shoneman, yeah. Not a
Got
lot
it
of
right.
people get that right on the first try.
All right. So you're the lead singer.
Yeah.
And you're going to be, this is your third time playing at The View.
I believe so, yes.
So obviously Brooke recognizes talent when she sees it. And if you're going to have you guys back a third time, then it must be a big deal. But you're out on tour getting prepared for your big album release.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
We're doing an album release show this Saturday at Phyllis's Musical Inn in Chicago. This is our first full-length LP that we had the privilege of recording under Bridge Road Entertainment out in New York. So we're just excited to get it out there and share it with the world. We've kind of worked over these songs for the past few years, and yeah, we're ready to see what everybody else thinks about them because we're kind of fond of them.
Well, what's interesting, we talked a little bit before we went on the air, is that this album release has kind of been in the works for a while, and it's gone through several different machinations until finally somebody in New York got involved? Or?
Yeah, we're Decatur's not too far from Springfield, Illinois, and a couple years back, we ended up playing on a festival in Springfield, and one of the bands that was also on that festival was Jocelyn and Chris Arndt. And their producer saw us play at that show, said, hey, would you mind opening up for us for this other show? Yeah, we did that, and then he's like, you guys ought to let me work an album for you. I think you guys got something, and we'd like to see what we could do with it. And after many talks and paperwork and this, that, and the other, we got together with them and spent the week out in New York recording the album. And it's just been a really surreal experience, more than we ever thought would come of 6 schlubs from Decatur getting together and just making music, So it's been nice.
I'm a So that's, I got on my notes. So you guys are all from Decatur then?
Yeah. Well, Hugh, our keyboard player, is originally from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the reasons we're doing an album release show in Chicago is we've got a lot of friends and family up there. So, yeah, we'll have a chance to hang out with them for a night.
Now, you always have to ask this question. Is what kind of music do you play? And I find it interesting, it's described as Rust Belt Soul. So what is Rust Belt Soul?
We came up with Rust Belt Soul because it was an easy way to describe what we were having trouble describing. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of alternative rock meets Motown with soul and blues and a little funk and jazzy sometimes, and we're kind of all over the map. And we think there's kind of a benefit to naming your own genre because you can do whatever you want because that's whatever you say is in your genre, that's in the genre. So we're Rust Belt Soul.
Exactly. Yeah. And the new album is called Banter, Tells, and Tricks. Is that right?
Banter, Tells, and Tricks.
That's a great name. I like that.
That's kind of, we took that from what we do on stage. You kind of have to communicate without saying it outright with each other to stay on track, and there's little tricks of the trade and signals and things of that nature. So, yeah.
Now, this album, did you guys write the songs, or is it all original material?
Yeah, it's all original material written by us.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a couple nice features on the album. Bernie Barlow, she used to sing with Moody Blues, and Melissa Etheridge, she's featured on a song or two. Danny Lewis from Government Mule came in to play the clav for a couple songs. So we've got some nice assistants on the album, but yeah, they are all original Hayfield songs.
Well, we mentioned this, going to be at the View tonight. So what kind of show can folks look forward to if they come out tonight?
The View is such a classy little place. It's kind of like a jazz club, real relaxed atmosphere. So we're thinking kind of like a laid-back evening, just a listening room experience. Nothing rowdy, no mosh pits, so you don't need to worry about bringing safety goggles and things like that. Just a nice evening of music and camaraderie.
Yeah, I really like the View. It's really a nice venue, and of course it's BYOB, and who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
They're always going to have your drink you like if you bring it yourself.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So again, you're on this tour to promote the album release in Chicago. So last night you were at Peoria.
Yep.
I think tomorrow you're going to be in Rockford.
We're stopping by Rockford tomorrow for the first time we've ever been to Rockford. But
okay. Yeah. So do you primarily play in the Decatur area and just kind of branch out a little bit, or what's been kind of your...
We try not to play in Decatur that much, just
really?
because
Okay.
we don't play a lot of cover songs. And if you're playing an hour or an hour and a half of your original songs, if you play the same show every month, people are going to get tired of hearing the same thing every month, you know.
Right.
So we don't want to overstay our welcome. Plus, it's a treat that you get to come home and see some folks. Plus, it's a big world. You know, so we're trying to see as much of the region as possible. So back in a couple months ago, we went playing through Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania to New York and back, and coming through Upper Indiana and things like just seeing new places.
How's the reaction been from the folks? They really like...
It's great reaction. People are coming to us after the show and saying they love the songs and they want to hear more and where can we find you, and we're on all the places. We did get some national radio play for our first single that came off of the album, but we're also on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. You have to be nowadays, or else
all the
you
socials
don't exist in the internet world if
Yep.
you're not on those.
Yep, Spotify, iTunes, Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok,
YouTube,
YouTube,
TikTok.
all the stuff.
Yep.
Every time somebody invents a new app, we say, great, we need to make a new page for the band so we still exist online.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you introduce us to the guys here? They're all
Sure.
sitting in here.
To my right here on guitar, we have Mr. Brandon Pilger.
Hello.
Back there on drums normally, but if we're going to do a little song here in a second, he's going to play the guitar case, is our drummer, Mr. Graham Ween.
Okay.
Over there is our bass player, out of shot, I guess, Mr. Keenan Welcott. Back there on the keys, we have Mr. Hugh Sullivan. And we also do have a sixth member, but because of work arrangements, he couldn't be with us today, Mr. Chris Lorash. Love you, buddy. Miss you. So he would be our other guitarist in the band.
Very good. Very good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and have you guys want to play a song here for us and kind of give the listeners out there a feel for...
Holding on to heaven.
And just let them know this is an acoustic, so
Yeah,
you'll
this
have,
is
you'll
stripped
have all
down.
Yep, stripped down. What was the old, used to be MTV, you know...
The Unplugged.
Unplugged, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Good. You hear that back there?
Oh, yeah, it's coming in real good. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Go for it.
This old neighborhood's seen better days. Dead-end job will keep the rent man paid. Steady looking for a ticket out. Find a way onto the scene. And although she ain't at that stage yet, wishful thoughts fill up her pages. And as the sirens sing her lullabies, she whispers life is but a dream. She's holding on to heaven tightly with both hands, begging to be taken from this place, farther from the chains once used to bind her. Sacrifice her soul for a change of pace. 'Cause there comes a time when your peace of mind, it means everything. So you risk it all, take your curtain call, learn to start again.
praised for planting roots on the road. They failed to mention that the guilt follows gold. And as she's staring, pouring out her heart, she wonders if they really know how she still sees the rain dawn grows, gaining grain while warming up old bones. It's true, no wage outweighs the tears she's cried, scrolling pictures on her phone. She's holding on to heaven tightly with both hands, begging to be taken from this place, farther from the chains once used to bind her. Sacrifice a soul for a change of pace. 'Cause there comes a time when your peace of mind, it means everything. So you risk it all, take your curtain call, learn to start again. Yes, there comes a time when your peace of mind, it means everything. So you risk it all, take your curtain call, learn to start again. Yes, there comes a time when your peace of mind, it means everything. So you risk it all, take your curtain call, learn to start again.
Woohoo!
Hey, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Thank you.
guys. That, of
Appreciate
course, Holding On to Heaven, that's the first single release that you've had out for a while now. So, yeah, that sounded awesome, guys.
Thanks very
Terrific.
much.
Terrific. If that doesn't...
Not too bad for 9:30 in
Yeah,
the
well,
morning.
I was going to say, I'm always impressed by a group that when you're playing nights all the time and then early in the morning you got to get up and like, oh, I got to sing?
I got 3.5 whole hours of sleep last night, so I'm doing all right.
So again, if that didn't get you wanting to come out to the View to check these guys out, I don't know what will, but that was awesome, guys. So I really appreciate it. So again, you're at the View tonight, 137 5th Avenue South. Tickets starting at $15. Again, BYOB. There'll be doors open at 6 and the venue or the show starts at 7.
That's right.
All right,
Hope
guys.
to see you there.
Well, thanks for coming in this morning. It's
Thank
been
you
a
for
pleasure.
having us. Appreciate it.
And good luck tonight. Good luck with the rest of your tour, and good luck with the big album release
Absolutely.
on Saturday.
All right.
So-
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You're listening to AM 1340 KROS, Clinton, Iowa.
FM 105.9.
and KROS Radio.